So what happened was there was some cloud seeding going on in Chongqing, so in central China, right? And what was going on was they were trying to create weather.
Yeah,
you do,
you know, again, they're trying to meddle with nature.
Yes.
Just like, let's dam all the rivers up, let's create lakes and mess around with that. Now let's try to make fake rain as well.
Yes.
That is something that happens around the world, by the way. It's not uniquely Chinese.
No. Now, you know what's interesting about that?
What?
Go ahead and play this.
Right.
Is that it's being covered in many different ways. At first, people were mad.
Okay.
What happened was people noticed that they were shooting missiles up into the sky.
Yes.
Right? Now, it turns out that it was creating these massive clouds.
Yeah, see this massive downpour like this?
And the problem is it coincided with a typhoon that came through.
Yes.
Okay? Now, the problem is that it caused havoc, right? But people were thinking that the cloud seeding was actually the cause of the typhoon. And what state media was doing, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, not even so much state media, more like deflectors.
Yeah, see, they're shooting it up. But look, they're shooting it into the air. It looks like there's already a storm.
Yes. So this is what they were saying. This is what the state was implying.
Yeah.
They were shooting these up there to stop a typhoon.
Oh.
To cause like some sort of wind current that would allow the typhoon to be blown away, right? Which would imply, if they could do that, would imply it would blow somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess maybe you could guide it somewhere or something, right?
Okay.
So people are complaining because they were thinking this cloud seeding is actually doing this to their house and blowing shit around. It's going crazy, right?
Yeah.
The funny part is that it was people arguing about what was the cause of that.
Sure.
Was it the cloud seeding, or was it actually, were they trying to push away the typhoon?
Well, absolutely. Everybody that I saw discussing it online was like, they wanted to make it rain because it wasn't raining. They shot missiles up into the sky, and then all of a sudden, like, this massive typhoon comes along, all this bad weather comes along, like directly after they shot the missiles in the sky. People's underwear is flying around everywhere.
Part on the Chinese memes interspersed.
Yeah, exactly.
This is your compilations from
you know, like underwear and stuff, because in China, when people wash clothes, they dry their clothes on the balcony.
Look at that. Inside of that computer lab.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
But yeah, they're like, oh, we're just going to keep seeding the clouds, and then, you know, this massive thing happens. Look at these images of these big downpours as well, you know, and that's obviously a result of the cloud seeding, you know, and then this typhoon happens on top. So yes, a lot of people were seeing it as a man-made disaster, which it probably is in part.
I'm not a scientist, right? And that's why I didn't want to commentate on that, but I did want to say the discourse online,
yes,
right, all over the Chinese internet is people are, this is a...
Yeah, that's the missiles they're shooting up, yeah.
The people found out that these missiles, to be able to shoot them up, each missile is like 4,000 RMB or something, so $800 or something, right?
That's cheap.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
It's the whole system in place. Every time you see the clouds, it's actually millions of dollars.
Oh.
Or millions of RMB, which is almost $1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you need weather balloons, you need like radar systems, you need all these things, you need to actually figure it out. Huge swaths of people need to be involved.
Sure.
So it's not just the cost. So when people figured that out, people started figuring out the cost of this, they're like, this is so costly. And for what? You're just ruining our house.
Yeah,
and
so
you're making my scooter fly down the road.
Yeah, and you're making my underwear fly
and you're making my underwear fly up into the sky, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it was this weird catch-22 because I started seeing videos of people like deflecting. They're like, oh, haha, you think this is just a man-made disaster, but actually this cloud seeding was to push away a typhoon that ended up going somewhere else.
I don't think a lot of research was done.
I don't know. It's just it's just one of those haphazard things.
Yeah, exactly.
But China does do this, by the way.
A lot.
They do cloud seeding, and I guess it's pretty bad. I was just reading some comments from the chat earlier.
Okay.
It says, it's very bad to try and force, this is from Spam Chromite, it's very bad to try and force clouds to discharge before time. It ruins the sky cell system across the country.
Yes.
And it says, also, if you sprinkle the powder, so they have some sort of sodium type derivative powder that they shoot up into the sky.
Yeah, so they drop it from planes.
Yeah, if you sprinkle the powder way too high in the atmosphere, you can provoke electric storms that can last a week.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So there could have been some funny business going on here. Not on purpose, but like...
This picture of this underwear has been going around a lot.
That's the meme.
Yeah, it's because...
People are obsessed with seeing these flying underwear.
Well, and it did happen.
Yeah, but who cares?
Well, I mean, that was
something you see everywhere in China.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what I was picking up the most about this is that people were like, they've tried to make rain, and in the end, all they did was blow our underwear and clothes everywhere.
You saw the underwear, you're like, that's mine.
Well, they said.
No, you did.
Yeah. Oh, me? Yeah, that's my underwear.
It's your purple underwear.
My purple underwear, yeah, exactly. Nobody's supposed to find out about that.
Now they know. Sorry, I put it in the media pack.
Exactly.
So it's interesting because, like I said, it caused absolute devastation. So just play through this. You can get an idea of how crazy this was.
Yeah, I just want to go back. You know, you can see the electrical storms.
I think this is fake as hell.
This particular, no, those buildings are curved buildings.
We had a discussion about this.
Near Hongyadong.
It literally looks like a filter, and then somebody like manipulated the photo.
No, that's real.
You don't think so?
Yeah, this there you can see a photo of the rain just dumping down, you know, after all the cloud seeding.
It's nuts. It's actually almost beautiful.
Well, it looks like a mushroom cloud.
It does.
You know?
It's like a mushroom storm cloud.
Yeah,
well, you know, it's like cumulonimbus is the anvil-shaped cloud,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
This is a mushroom-shaped cloud.
Exactly. Here you can see the rain. Like, there's rain.
Yes.
As a result. So, you know, maybe they went overboard. Maybe they seeded the clouds a little too much. What do you reckon?
That might be lens distortion. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you have any knowledge or idea about weather, meteorology, let us know what you think. Was this done, do you think, in prevention of bad weather, or do you think this brought on bad weather?
I can't see how this could prevent bad weather myself.
That's a good discussion to have.
Yeah.
Now.
But I mean, you can see here, for instance, there's already like a high wind and some storm going on in the background while they're firing these things off. You know, take a look in the background. It's windy and stuff. So who knows?
I think the real salt in the wound for this is the awful weather that China's been having. And people are just so fatigued about it. They're like, oh my gosh, can you
all
stop?
the flooding and all the nonsense, you know?
Crazy typhoons and flooding right now. And then you go and you're totally redeem yourself.
Exactly. I mean, and if you look at it from a layman's point of view, imagine you hear about the government's firing off missiles into the sky to create rain,
think, right?
and then immediately this typhoon comes.
About it, right?
Yeah, this typhoon comes and destroys your neighborhood. You're like, well, why did you do that? Why? You didn't have to do that. You know.
Gosh. Apparently, this headed all the way into Sichuan.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you can take a look. I mean, it's devastating, this kind of weather. I've seen it firsthand when I was in Shenzhen, you know, a couple of times. And I remember just the absolute devastation. The next day, trees broken down on the road. Everything was messed up. I got a couple of videos about that, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean, take a look at that. Trees uprooted and...
Poor people. Stop with this stupid underwear.
It's all over the place, man.
People are obsessed with that dumb underwear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's, like you said, that was the meme going around.
It was. I think that's what got people to be like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Why is this flying around? And then they're like, holy crap. They're cloud seeding again.
Yeah. Oh, I want to quickly go back to that one shot from the plane. Look at that. Look at that huge rainfall right there.
Is that even in China?
Well, apparently.
B32F2?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it was just in one of these Douyin videos.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it is. Are you saying it's not China because the sky's blue?
Yeah, honestly. Like, I looked at that and I said, that looks a little...
You get blue skies in China.
You do. You do.
I've seen them.
I'll be the first to admit that.
Yeah.
It just seemed a little too blue.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. But anyway, you get the idea. So this is what's happened now, and we'll see what the aftermath is in the coming days, and you know, hopefully they don't try to seed the clouds again.
F this area in particular.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
we're not really happy with you right now. Shoots missiles from parking lot to make clouds angry.
Exactly. That's what's going on here.
This is like the top leadership's like, hey, we're not really chill with Chongqing these days or wherever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Hey, like I don't know. Harbin's pissing us off.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot the missiles up in the clouds.
Exactly. Let's teach him a lesson. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. So
let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Getting lit on fire. Dog penis swine. Believed to increase male virility.
Smack your ball.
Smack your balls. Scissors under the pillow.
That sounds safe.
Mouse droppings soup therapy. Moonlight water therapy. Toxic smoke.
Yeah, like this woman. She's having a great time. This guy's really having a great time. Look at him. He's like, oh yeah. And I think that certificate says you are authorized to make shit up.
And then they inject it intravenously into the person or directly into the muscle.
Where does SARS come from? What this guy is doing over here is absolute garbage. He's like, I'm gonna fix your spine. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sting!
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind were